Hey, what's up, guys? Xylo Robertopoulos here. No, Xylo Roberts here, aka Chris Robertson, aka the Bronze, the Bronzed Wonder, aka the little dog that could, aka the Myth of Sisyphus, aka that one Beatles song. What the fuck is it called? Lucy in the Sky of Diamond Dogs. Anyway, see what I did there was a cultural cross reference between David Bowie and the Beatles. I just had the thought that the whole realm of like, you know, truth seekers, conspiracy theorists, you know, what these days is called red pills, and you know, and even amongst the left, you know, the whole woke thing, even though a lot of that shit is like has a lot of disinformation, but still, you know, they think they think there's truth to it, so whatever. It's a free country. The whole truth movement, you know, I'm the person who, I get a lot of, you know, paranoias. A normal science-worshipping, atheistic, leftist type person will probably say that I'm like on the schizo spectrum or something like that, but I have a lot of crazy thoughts, you know, crazy, strange beliefs. I'm open to a lot of weird conspiracy theories, probably even more so than the most hated man in America right now, Alex Jones. So maybe that's partially why I have sympathy for Alex Jones, even though I don't agree with everything that he says. Like, I think even if his information is only 75% accurate and 25% like disinformation or something, you know, he's still like spitting more truth than, you know, certainly all of the mainstream media and all CNN and all that bullshit. So I still have respect for the guy, and I respect that he's willing to go out there, you know, every day and like spout what many normal people would consider like crazy, insane theories and stuff, and take like massive shit for it, you know, and be dragged through the mud. Like I mean, I know what that's like, because a lot of people think I'm insane for various reasons, but partially because of my beliefs. And so I know what it's like to be sort of outcasted for what you believe. So I can sympathize when it's all said and done. But the thought that occurred to me a little while ago was that so I do get paranoid, and sometimes I think like, you know, are there people out to get me? You know, even though I'm small potatoes. You know, I only have like 1,000 of subs on Minds, 500 on Soundcloud, but like not very many on YouTube and BitChute and stuff. So I'm small potatoes for now. Sorry about that. Stupid fucking Shiva piece of shit. So I'm small potatoes right now, but you know, sometimes I think even though I'm doing stuff on the lo-fi, the DIY, with like a fucking $1,000 Mac, and the other half of the time like a fucking cheap ass like $500 Toshiba, and that's what I use. I use like Adobe Premiere Elements, like fucking $80 program to mix it all together, and it's all very lo-fi and cheap and done on the fly and shit. But these days it doesn't matter, because it's like it's all about how relatable your message is, how good your art is, you know what I mean? it doesn't have to be the fanciest thing in the world anymore. And 10 years ago, that's what it was all about on YouTube, you know. And anybody can get their message out there. Anybody can make their art. It doesn't matter if it's left, right, black, white, you know, cat, dog, platypus, pussy man. It doesn't matter. You know, you get your fucking message out there, and you can find viewers. And it used to be so easy back in the day. And I wish I would have taken YouTube more seriously back in the day. I mostly just use it for music and stuff for many years. Like, I would go, you know, 1 year I might like post like 12 videos, mostly music performance stuff. The next it might be like 5 videos. I think one time I only posted like 2 videos. I just wasn't taking it very seriously. I didn't start to get into it more like, maybe I could start branching out into like skits and discussions and combine it all with the music, you know, just do a whole variety show type shit. I didn't start to think about that until like last year, and then I made that Grab 'em by the Flat Earth video, and that's what started all of this for me taking it more seriously. But by that point in time, it was like too late. You know, censorship was already well on its way. The apocalypse was well on its way. You know, so it's like too late now because YouTube is like fucking us over. If you don't have, if you're, you know, if you don't have the most sort of safe, far left, progressive, extremist sort of message, and for that record, I hate the fucking term progressive. You know, I hate progressives have ruined the word progressive, because sometimes it can be used in a good context, like progressive rock, for instance. You know, King Crimson, yes. Genesis, that's all good stuff. That's good progressive. That's not sort of what we're talking here. We're talking like, hold on. Dumbass. Drop my lighter. Dumbass SJW shit. So anyway, it's hard to like make a living on YouTube now. So it's like, especially if you're a smaller, struggling artist, like, it's hard to get to that point. Like, I told you in that other video, like, one of my videos already got demonetized, and my fucking channel isn't even monetized yet because you have to get to like 10,000 views. I have like 6,000 or so views, only 3,500 more to go, then I can start monetizing. But I'm like, you know, what is it gonna take? Like, so I'm getting more views now, so it might take only like 6 months or something. But the way they're getting so shitty with this censorship stuff, like, by the point in time that I could actually start monetizing, like, or like half my video is gonna be like getting fucking demonetized now. So what's the point? So that's why I've moved on to like BitChute and stuff, and eventually I can make money on mines. But anyway, long story short, what I wanted to say is, like, for truth seekers, like 30, 40, 50 years ago, like, the thing that truth seekers, people in the truth movement had to worry about, was you could actually get silenced, assassinated, put in the ground, bullet in the head, you know, JFK'd. That's what truth seekers had to worry about back in the day, and having that in mind, you know, it does make me paranoid sometimes, you know. Would they do that to me, even if I'm like on a small scale? Because I feel like, not to be narcissistic or anything, but I feel like what I do is pretty important. Even despite the fact that I'm, you know, using a fucking Mac to do what I do, and like, you know, processing on $80 Adobe Premiere Elements, and making music on like a $500 copy of Reason that I got like 4 years ago, you know what I mean? Which these days you can do a lot with like lo-fi equipment, but compared to like what Jay-Z and all these people are using, it's like chump change. But it doesn't matter. It's all, like I said, it's all about the importance of the message and yada yada yada. And, you know, sometimes I worry, like, even on small potatoes like me, like, do I have to worry about saying the wrong thing and getting a bullet in the head because, you know, because how I'm doing it whenever you mix truth with entertainment, be it comedy, drama, dramedy, music, polka dancing, you know, whenever you're mixing like truth with entertainment of one form or the other, you gotta watch out, because like it has much. Sometimes people dismiss art and entertainment as like, oh, it's just bullshit. Anyone can do it, but it's much more effective than some people realize, because you're taking very complex ideas and you're almost like simplifying them into like a more digestible form, which can reach more people, and that's why it's so dangerous. And that's why they're censoring people left and right. And what I was going to say is that 30, 40, 50 years ago, like, people in the truth movement had to worry about actually, getting JFK'd. But nowadays it's different. Nowadays it's a different form of assassination. It's character assassination. It's far more effective to drag someone's name through the mud and say they're a racist or a fascist or a lunatic or a drunk or whatever, or a kitty cat man, I don't know, whatever kind of like diss, you know what I mean? There's endless ways you can assassinate someone's character. It's far more effective these days to assassinate someone's character than it is to actually assassinate them, especially in this day and age, because especially when you're dealing with like the modern day left, because it's almost like they're so fucked now. They're so brainwashed, so thoroughly like penis fucked by MK Ultra media conglomerates that they, you can't even talk to them anymore, because like the combination of like Daily Show and CNN and stuff like that with like, just the full scale like MK Ultra style brainwashing that's going on in these colleges and stuff. They're just coming out so like their minds are so warped that they can't even like discuss ideas. And it's not even that like every single conservative idea is good or I agree with it or anything, but it's like you have to at least open up your mind, and even if you don't agree with someone, you have to be willing to like discuss with them, your ideas, because otherwise you're doing yourself a disfavor, you know what I mean? So it's like, somehow they're coming out so warped that they're not willing to do that, and it's like a weird like cyclical effect. Like it's weird that the various media organizations and the colleges and stuff like warp these kids' minds and turn them into like willing foot soldiers, and in turn they'll put pressure and influence on these very same corporations and stuff that brainwash them. They'll put pressure on them, to like say like silence someone like an Alex Jones, or silence like Sargon of Akkad, or even more extreme people like Richard Spencer, whatever it is. Like it's weird. It's a weird kind of like cycle. The left, the modern day far left in particular, is so like warped in their ideas and unwilling to debate and discuss them, that like they'll be fully willing and participatory in like censoring ideas they don't agree with. So it's like, if you're a member of the truth movement and your idea of truth is anything but like far left, progressive socialism, whatever, then your ideas are automatically less worthy in their mind, and gonna be silenced, and they'll be fully participatory in that. So it's like, we don't have to worry. The more I think about it, for the time being, I don't think we have to worry about being actually killed or silenced because, like, you know, the left in particular is not going to listen to us anyway. And then when you separate that, we're really just appealing to our own sort of echo chamber, unfortunately. Because in reality, it shouldn't be that way. It should be an exchange between different polarizing energies, the left, the right, the masculine, the feminine, etc. But the thing is, like, I feel like the modern day so-called conservative party is that way, honestly, because now it's taken in liberal elements, you know what I mean? What some would call classical liberal or left libertarian elements. And those elements are mixing with the right libertarian, the alt-right, and even the dreaded far right, which, for the record, I disagree with the far right on a lot of issues, most issues. But point of the matter is that, like, it's all just true progressivism is happening on the so-called conservative side now, since the far left has, like, just alienated themselves from the equation, and they're kind of off in their own bubble now. And it's really unfortunate that it has to be that way, but that's just the way that shit goes. You know, I remember like 15 years ago, like 2003 or 2004, when I first went into, like, college, and my friends and I attended this something. It was like a right left come together Kager or something, and there were like fucking like 200 people there. It was like fucking packed or something, and there was even, like, you know, Republicans, Democrats, whatever. There was even like some like gangster type rapper type guy, like with like dreadlocks, like sitting in a room like where the beer was, like smoking this like fat ass blunt. You know, it was just a different era. And now, I don't think that could ever happen now. I don't think that there could be such like a reunion between the left and the right, because it's just become so fucked and polarized. You know. Anyway, long story short is that, like, we don't have to really worry about actually being assassinated, I don't think, anymore, because, you know, things are so polarized, and people only want to, like, listen to their own bubbles. So naturally, we just end up preaching to our own echo chambers. And that's just the way it is for now. That could change, but that's the way it is for now. You know, it's just really stupid, the censor stuff, because, you know, if the left truly was, like, against the right, like, and truly smart about it, they would realize that, like, the more you try to censor stuff, that's just gonna make the other side more powerful, you know what I mean? Societies behave best, like, when everybody can have their equal say in an idea, and it's almost like a popularity contest or something. Let the best idea win. And if it turned, you know, just naturally, without any kind of corruptive influences or anything, just let the best idea win. And if that turns out to be conservative ideals, then so be it. That's the way it's supposed to be, naturally. You know? So anyway, yeah, it's really stupid that Alex Jones got censored, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, everyone's being censored, big and small. Like I said, like I'm fucking have less than like 10,000 views on my YouTube, and it can't even monetize yet. And one of my fucking videos got demonetized. How can you demonetize something that wasn't even monetized in the first place? It's ridiculous. So of course they were gonna come after someone so big and in your face like Alex Jones, and they're coming after the small people too. So it's like, fuck YouTube. Go to BitChute, go to DTube, upload your stuff to Minds, whatever. Where there's a will, there's a way. Alright. Peace out, bitches!
Hello, my name is Sanjay, and I'm here to say that if you like that video, please smash that like button somewhere down below my face. Or the 5, the 8, or however many arms of Vishnu will put you in a chokehold and punch you in the face 50 million times. Probably about the number of times that you'll be reborn in all your past and future lives. And also, please subscribe. I don't remember where the subscribe button is because I'm only posting to BitChute now and they do things a little bit differently than BitChute. Than YouTube, my apologies. So, wherever the fuck the subscribe button is, please hit that subscribe button. And this is Sanjay / Zylan Roberts saying, subscribe, bitches!